Welcome YouTube, this is Legion. I'm here with another deck performance as DDDs, and it's one of my favorite decks of all times. High King Executive Genki's recently came out, so I'm here with here to show you how I'd like to play the deck for October 2019. Without further ado, let's go straight to the deck. As for the main deck and Masters, Triple Kepler. This is the Stratus of the deck. When this card is normal special summon, you can add to your hand one their contract from the deck. Next, Triple Copernicus. Copernicus is another Stratus and a little bit different from Kepler, because when this card is normal special summoned, you can send the graveyard one DD monster from your deck. This card is scale 10 and this card is scale 1. Next, Triple Ragnarok. I believe that this card is the most powerful card in the whole deck, because this card, when this card is special summoned, normal or special summoned, you can special summon from the graveyard one triple D monster from the grave, and when this card is in scale, and you special summon a DD monster, you can special summon a DD monster from the graveyard by paying 1,000 life points, and for the rest of this turn, your opponent takes half the damage he would have taken. But apart from that, is the best card of the deck. It's one of the most standard combo pieces. Next, Double Thomas. As you can see, I've started showing you the Pendulum monsters. Thomas, while on the field, you can break one Pendulum card in your scale to special summon a level 8 from the deck. And apart from that, while this card is in scale, you can add one DD monster from the extra deck to the hand, face up. That is face up currently. Next, I play one Leonidas, because Leonidas is really cool against Trickstars or everything that gives you some burn damage. And apart from that, is another monster on board when I take damage from Dark Contracts or this card. That's all for Pendulum monsters. Next, I play triple Stretch Slime. Stretch Slime is one of the most important combo pieces. This is the polymerization of the deck. And when this card is in the graveyard, you can banish itself to summon another DD from your hand. Next, Triple Lamia. Lamia is the basic tuner of the deck. You can special summon this card from the graveyard to your hand by destroying one DD or Dark Contract you control. Next, of course, Triple Necro Slime. You definitely need to play 3 Necro Slime now, because in this deck I play Desires, which means that everything of of the main combo pieces need to be at 3 copies. So I play 3 Necros. When this card is in the graveyard, you can banish itself and another DD to make a fusion. It's like a polymerization from graveyard. And I do play one Typhoon, because Typhoon is a level 7 and it's the exact same effect with Necro Slime in the graveyard. And you can play 2 and 2 or 3 and 2. There are many things that you can do if you like. For the time being, I want to test this card with at 1 copy. Last but not least, for DDs, Double Ghost, because the Ghost is another, something like Copernicus. When this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send to the graveyard one DD that is currently with the same name, with another that is currently on the graveyard. And apart from that, it's a really cool Allure of Darkness, and it has the effect of when banishing itself by any card effect or by any way, you can target one of your banished DD monsters and send it back to the graveyard. That's all for the DD monsters. Last but not least, I do play Double Blossom, because in the current meta you're definitely gonna need a really cool Hunt Trap to stop your opponent from doing their combos. And I believe that this card is a generic, it's really huntful. and I believe it's the most competitive hand trap nowadays, the most expensive one. If you don't have the Blossom, in the end of the video I'll show you some tech choices that you can do for the deck. Let's go into spell cards. As for the spells, triple contract with a gate. This card is your main searcher card. It's the card that Kepler most of the times is going to search to your hand. Next, what's his name? Dark Hunter with the Swamp King. This is another polymerization card, and I play one because I don't want to draw it. I always need to search it with Kepler or even Droid of Desires or Allure. I don't know, and that's the reason I play only one of that. And apart from that, you can activate it to either make a polymerization, a fusion, using from the field or your hand, or even you can banish materials from the graveyard. This card is pretty handy, the way I see it. As for draw power, triple Elf of Darkness, pretty obvious because everything in this deck is dark. I play double Desires. I don't play 3 Desires anymore. I used to play with 3 Desires because the ratio of 3 Allure and 3 Desires is pretty, solid, but I don't really want some of the basic combo pieces to get banned more than 2 times, so I play double Desires just in case I don't have something else and I draw it off Allure or have it in my hand, I do play though one Project of Acquisiveness, because Project of Acquisiveness is more handy than Desires because it recycles your banished, materials, masters, I don't know, and by sending 3 from the banished zone back to the graveyard, you can draw 1 card. Really cool. I do play 1 Card Distraction because Card Distraction recently came off the ban list, and I see no reason of I don't see any reason of not playing this card because I have many fodders that I need to be in the graveyard, and with this card, if I open pretty bad, I have this card. It's something like redraw, which is really cool. And if I have this card and this card in my hand, I will activate definitely this card so as to get that asked in this card and keep this card to draw 1 more. Definitely I play 1 for 1 because I have Kepler, I have Lamia, I have Necroslime for level 1s, and I can send a fodder also with this effect, this card, to special summon another level 1. I do play 1 Soul Charge. I don't play Master Reborn because I feel like Master Reborn is not really cool the way I see it in this deck, because if I have the chance to reborn, which means that I have this card in my hand, I will definitely bring back 2 or more monsters from the graveyard. To resurrecting even only 1 monster is not really cool, and it does not help you with the combo plays. And last but not least, I play double Called by the Grave, because Called by the Grave is really cool against hand traps. This deck is a combo deck, and that means that it's really not powerful against hand traps. And let's say that my opponent activates a hand trap, sends a hand trap from the hand to the graveyard to activate its effect. I would like to see this card in my hand to chain that, and so to banish it and negate its effect so as to continue with my combo pieces. That's all for the main deck. Let's go into the extra deck. As I said before, in the end of the video I will show you some tech choices that you can play in this video, because I can understand that there will be some people that do not play with us, or and choose to play with the budget stuff. It's accepted as well. As for the extra deck, I do play 1 Witch Apprentice because Witch Apprentice is a really cool card. It's a generic dark that needs only 2 dark monsters. It's really cool, and it also gives my monsters 500 attack boost. I used to play with Master King Archfiend. I do play with it as well right now because I like when I have two two generic League monsters for this deck. I do play one Zephyr Metaltron because I like pendulums. I like playing with the Absolute and Vortex combo. So I play Zephyr Metaltron, and Zephyr Metaltron, once destroyed, I may be able to resurrect my Kepler, maybe, or my something else from the graveyard. I get it back in my hand. That's all for the links. As for Synchros, of course, one Ghost King Alexander. Definitely, because this card is one of the basic combo pieces of the deck. It can reborn one monster and helps you going into, into Crystal Wing. Definitely need to play Crystal Wing because Crystal Wing is one generic monster negation, and it does damage to itself when attacking, so I don't see any reason of playing this card. It's one of the 3 or 4 interruptions at the turn. Definitely one King Siegfried is one spell trap card negation, it's level 8, is summoned, and I don't see any reason of playing it. One other is Meteor Best because this card does insane things when it's spell summoned out and you have Ragnarok and Scale. As for the Xyz monsters, I do play one number 38 because number 38 is one of the 3 or 4 interruptions you may have, and you can see some of this card using the new High Flame King Executive Genkis or Ragnarok or Thomas, and it's really cool to summon it. And of course one Odai's Absolute Dragon. As for the fusions, one Vortex, because Vortex, you can summon this card by sending Absolute to the graveyard so as to special summon, Zephyr Metaltron. As for DD Fusion, definitely you need to play Double Genkis because Double Genkis helps you reborn some stuff of the basic combo pieces. And also I played double Flame King High Genkis. Thank God this god is finally out. We're waiting for this card 1.5 years or even 2 years, I don't remember, and finally has came out. This card, when you normal summon or special summon DD, you can special summon one DD from the graveyard, and also once per turn, during your turn especially, you're gonna get one spell trap card that is gonna activate its effect. And last but not least, one DR, because DR is level 7, it's pretty handy, and the deck still needs this card. And also you can use this card for rank 8 plays, and this card for level 8 synchro plays, and etc, etc, etc. That was the deck profile. As I said before, I'm gonna show you some deck choices that you can play into the deck. You can play on Foolish if you don't want to play 3 Copernicus or even extra to make sure that you have Necroslime or Lam in the graveyard or something else, I don't know. If you don't have as Blossom, you can play Kaijus, or Radiant is dark in general, and another option that you may have is even Ghost Ogre, or even if you don't have Ghost Ogre, you can play Digicrow, or that is dark as well, and even Effect Veiler, that's gonna negate one Master Effect activation, and it's level 1 tuner. Some of you will ask me why I don't play Kali Yuga. I have Kali Yuga in the side and not in the main anymore, because this card is really cool against heavy backer decks or pendulums or stuff like that, and it's not good in general. Like now, I want to have this card most of the times out than Dodo King Kali Yuga. Another option that you may have, you don't want to play the Vortex thing, is playing Kali Yuga, as I said before, this card. Don't forget this card, because when this card attacks and your opponent controls 2 or more monsters, you can activate its effect to attack into the first one, and without targeting, equip the other one into this card. This card takes its original attack. Another option is Beowulf as well, because Beowulf in your standby phase, you can do a heavy storm on your field. And for the side deck, I can tell that you can play hand traps in general as Blossom if you have it and you don't want to play it in the main deck. Ghost Ogre, Veiler, what else? you definitely need to play Twin Twisters, because Twin Twisters helps you, discard one monster or a card that gonna activate its effect in the graveyard to destroy 2 or more spell trap cards in the field. And another cool option is Red Reboot, because Red Reboot in game 2 helps a lot against heavy backer decks such as Altergeist, True Draco, and something like that. Other cool options is maining this card, because this card is making miracles against Sky Strikers or anything that's spell heavy deck. For Altergeist, True Draco, and every deck that plays with a back row, you can add this card extra to your Red Reboots, because this card you can search it. You can search this card, and when you activate and you control in DD, you can negate the field from trap cards, which is really cool. And another cool option is this one, which is like Trap Graph in Pendulums. You can discard one Dark Contract or DD monster to break something on your opponent's field. And during your opponent's turn, this card gets you a 1000 boost in attack of your monsters. Guys, that was the video. If you like my video, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. I can tell that this deck is really cool. It's really cheap nowadays. You can play it budget friendly, and I've shown some decks that you can have in the deck. And apart from that, you can go down below, tell me your thoughts. You can ask me questions. You can do many things. I can give you more options if you like. Also, I have scheduled a combo video for this deck in a few days. And if this goes well and you like my video, please subscribe to my channel, because I'm new to YouTube and I like to showing you some video stuff if I can. And that's all. Just like out.